Good morning. So today Jupiter and the sun are conjuncting today and tomorrow. And whenever the sun conjuncts a planet, it enhances the influence of that planet. So they're going to be conjunct at 21 degrees and change. And so the Sabian symbol is 22 degrees, which is the master builder. So this is like really, really awesome energy for manifestation, luck, abundance, and optimism. And the symbol for this degree just happens to be the gate to the garden of desire. Optimism, synergy, sharing, and abundance as life principles. So, of course, when I picture this symbol, I see this like beautiful garden with a little fence. And I feel like the gate is the heart, like I think it can be really important to get out of the mind to get clarity as to like what is the heart's desire. And I always, always brings me back to nature as well. Like, we're connected to the heart of the earth, the heart of Gaia, and we're connected to nature. We're a part of nature, but our culture has just shifted a lot over the years out of that sort of like gardening, agrarian type of lifestyle. I do see it coming back, but anyway, what I picture is this garden, and when you have a garden, you get to grow whatever you want. So it brought up some questions. What are we growing? And this is a metaphor for like your whole life. What are you growing? What do you enjoy the most? What do you want an abundance of? And how will you share that abundance? So another thing is just like, what will make you feel so much gratitude, and what do you already have that you just feel so grateful for? I think that all of those kinds of energies are like really helpful in the process of manifestation, or bringing the unseen into form, bringing ideas into reality. And I wanted to pull a few cards. So I've got my Sacred Destiny deck. It's got all the nature in it. So I figured that would be a good one. Another thing with this sign is allowing it to be easy, like not striving so hard to manifest, but just allowing yourself to be open to receive. The gate to the garden of desire. Allow the gate to be open. Allow the heart to be open. Fulfillment. So another thing I think about when I hear the word desire, I think of the sacral chakra, and I think of like our intimate life and like sexual desire, and how that energy, when it's flowing, helps us to manifest. So I love this though, because it's like the full moon and this beautiful like juicy peach, and it's just like your desires will be fulfilled. Yeah, that's really awesome. All right, let's see what we get from our rose deck. Yeah, it's that sacral energy isn't just used for, the sexual energy, but they kind of go hand in hand. If that energy dries up, like it feels like it can dry out the joy in your life, and then you become too mental as well. It's sort of like it helps you connect between your heart and the earth. Mother Rose, returning to each other, compassion, humanity. Whoa, I feel like that that's Hathor. It took me a minute to recognize. At first I saw this as like Jesus on the cross and we just had Easter. But when I zoom in, I can tell by her crown Or it could be Isis because of the wings, but they're the same, archetype of the goddess. And I just see all of the goddess archetypes around this rose. Returning to each other, compassion, humanity. I'm going to read about this one. There's all this dew around the rose. Kind of reminds me of what I was just saying. Mother Rose. A sacred symbol of the feminine, the rose has been here much longer than us. In ancient times, garlands of roses were placed around statues of mother goddesses in worship of her. We're all her children. She connects and unites us all. If we trace her roots far enough, maybe we'll find our way back to each other. We're living in a time of great division, learning and unlearning. We're together mending the thread of humanity. This is a card of returning to union by facing what's been broken, separated, and severed. To realize that we're all human, and while harm has been done, what's needed now is for us to acknowledge what's happened and endeavor to find a way to return to each other. To realize that it's possible for two people to have a different experience at the same time, and that both can be true. Mother Rose longs for humanity to drop our defenses and reach out to each other with deep honesty and compassion, to face and untangle the sadness, anger, and hurt from our hearts with the help of her grace, to dig our roots deep until we find common ground. Which relationships are difficult for you now? Who has hurt you? How can you soften and express your truth without being defensive? How can you open yourself up to the possibility that two truths can exist at once? Well, that is interesting, because Aries is this sign of I am, and it's really truly knowing who we are. And a part of really truly knowing who you are is knowing that you're connected to everyone else. And that is where we find the compassion. The other thing that comes up in relation to this Sabian symbol, the garden, and it said common ground. We all share common ground. It's like, I think of food from the garden or even flowers. Like, I think of the sharing again, and also how, like, food is something we all eat. We all have in common. It's something that can really bring us together. So there's a feeling with Jupiter as well, that energy of bringing people together. And it's really like allowing all of the parts of yourself to come together. When that happens as well, it's like we have an easier time accepting people's differences, And it also, again, feels like super heart-opening energy. We're still in that Venus gate heart chakra portal, so still open in that heart. I'm going to pull one more. Homeward Traveler. Completion, reunion, return. And you see it's like all these different souls on their way to the mountain, and the river is the water, it's the memory. It's remembering that all of this water melted off this mountain. It all flows back into the ocean eventually and evaporate. It's all connected. That's this message. It's like, how can we build and manifest from this knowing that we're all connected and from this place of love? Wow, talk about a nice fluffy message. I love it. So yeah, hope you guys take advantage of this energy and really get clear on what it is you'd like to see in your own life, and how you can manifest what it is that will bring you joy and will help you overflow to others. So, all right, love you guys. See you later.